Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today I have with me some new Generation 5 news. Now this is coming from My Little Pony's official Facebook page, this video specifically, and then we have some pictures to go over and some speculation to talk about, cutie mark things to look at and stuff like that. It's going to be a jam-packed little bit of a news episode, even though it doesn't seem like we got that much news lately, but it's a lot that I want to talk about. So let's just start with this video right here and just kind of talk about what the circumstance of this video is. Now they released this, I think it was Friday, they released this because of National Siblings Day or something like that, and we got confirmation that Pipp and Zipp are going to be siblings. Zipp is going to be another Pegasus character that we haven't really gotten to see in anything, even leaks or anything like that. So here's that video here. It has no audio except when Zipp comes in for some reason. So we got Pipp here, and then Zipp crashes down. For some reason, it makes a thud. I don't know why his entrance makes a sound, but there's no sound anywhere else. It's a weird video to me. It almost feels like a leak because it doesn't have sound, but it's really interesting. So if we look at this again, we can see that Pipp Petals is scrolling on some kind of tablet or device or something like that. This means that we have confirmation that smartphones are going to be in Generation 5. I'll talk more about that in a moment, but I'm honestly not too happy about that. And then, of course, we have basically confirmation that she is indeed wearing some kind of tiara or something like that. Beforehand, you could have argued that it was some kind of decorative thing that she made herself, but now we can very clearly see that this is gold. This is like solid gold crown here, so she's definitely royalty. I don't think there's any denying that anymore. But moving on. She gets really happy about something she sees on her phone, and then Zipp comes in. These characters are siblings. I'm assuming they're gonna have very polar opposite personalities. He seems like he's very serious and stuff like that, and Pipp seems like she's more laid back about things. And I gotta be honest, I really was really thinking that Pipp was gonna be the villain of this, because she just seemed like she was going to be a villain. They kept trying to hide it from us. And then we get this video here, and she's just so innocent. Like, there's no way she's a villain in this. But if we go ahead and close out of this video here, go ahead and take a look at our first look at some of these characters. So our first look, a real still image of Zipp here. I think it looks really cool. I think he has some really cool design. Obviously his wings are the best part of this character. I think his hair looks kind of dumb, but the background looks amazing, and this angle makes the character look like the pony aspect of it will actually look good instead of looking like some kind of weird human face, at least right now. And this is something I've talked about before in some other Generation 5 news and things like that when I go over the pictures and videos and things like that. It always seems like there's angles where they look absolutely shit and other angles where they look absolutely fantastic. So it's going to be really interesting to see how an entire movie plays out with this weird mix of, like, they look really good at this angle, really bad at this angle, etc, etc, etc. But it's definitely meant to be seen as moving instead of being still, so only time will tell. But overall, I think his design is fun. I just really don't like his hair, and that's going to bother me for the entirety of the show, probably. I really hope they do something like what they did with Starlight Glimmer and just change his hair during the series instead of during the movie or something like that. But let's move on to this other picture here. This, of course, is a picture of Pipp flying in the air, scrolling through her her phone, and this is something that I gotta be honest with you, I really hope they don't do this too much. I hope this is something that's like very limited and possibly just like a one-time gag, or like a gag they do a couple of times throughout the movie and throughout the show or something like that, because it just feels really weird for them to have phones. I don't know what it is. Maybe it won't be that big of an issue, but it just feels like all three races, all three tribes, the Pegasus, the unicorns, the earth ponies, they're all supposed to be separated. They're all supposed to kind of hate each other or whatever like that. They're not supposed to be able to be connected in any way because they've been separated and stuff like that. They have no connection to each other. So it feels weird that there's phones and presumably internet and things like that. So it's like, are they actually really that separated? Like, I know they're separated by land, but they have the whole internet thing. My theory on this is probably that the Pegasus have internet and they have like phone and technology like that themselves, because the Pegasi seem very technologically advanced from what we've seen so far. Some of the earlier pictures that we had before, they were in like an elevator or something like that. Perhaps, you know, maybe it wasn't an elevator, perhaps it was like a gondola or whatever those things are called. I don't know what they're called. But it's something like that. They seem to be, you know, technologically advanced. They have like things like elevators. They have smartphones, apparently. I don't know why they have smartphones, but they have them. And Pipp is happy about that, but I'm not. So yeah, this is our first real good look at Pipp, ignoring leaks and things like that we had before. This is what she's gonna look like in the movie, and I gotta be honest with you, it looks amazing, and I regret saying that Pipp is gonna be a villain, because she just doesn't look like a villain at all in this, even the slightest bit. So I don't think she's gonna be the villain anymore. I imagine it's gonna be something else, completely different, and who knows, there might not even be like an over, sort of like this villain looking over them or anything like that. It's probably just gonna be a basic movie of like getting people together to kind of change, you know, the world, so to speak. It's the world, it's the community, it's the society that's the villain in the movie. I imagine it's probably how it's going to be. I imagine they're probably going to actually reveal some kind of villain eventually, but who knows. But this is our look at Pipp Petals. She's very clearly royalty, and obviously Zipp would have to be royalty as well then. They even have gold hooves. Like, this is... I really like Pipp, whatever their name is. Probably Pipstorm. I don't remember what their last name is supposed to be, but I really like their design. They're probably my favorite looking character so far, and that's saying something, because I didn't really like this character that much from the leaks and stuff we got. But moving on to some other news, we actually got a couple of images here. This one is another look. It's basically just another angle of the new characters that we just got. This was from a YouTube video. This was like the thumbnail for a YouTube video that My Little Pony posted themselves. I don't know why they chose this image, because this is a very unflattering image of Zipp right here. I really don't know why they chose that image and that angle for him, because that looks absolutely awful, but it is what it is. Overall, though, there's not really anything else to talk about this other than the fact that there seems to be some kind of emerald or green thing inside of her tiara, which could mean something, but it could mean literally nothing. Perhaps the jewel that they have to steal? No. But we also get to see her cutie mark. If we zoom in over here, you can actually see her cutie mark in this angle, but we have a better look at her cutie mark right here. Maybe a better cutie mark look, I don't know. But this is it's a leak, technically. This technically is a leak, but I didn't really want to talk about this when this was leaked, because I don't really like talking about leaks too much. I like to have concrete facts and stuff like that, and mostly just use leaks for speculative type stuff, even though it's basically whenever a leak comes out, you can almost say for certain, and at least with My Little Pony, if there's a leak, it's almost certainly confirmed, which is ridiculous, but it's a thing. Anyway, we have this picture here which shows their cutie marks and all their characters and stuff like that. This is like a plushie leak. It was some kind of leak from some other country or something like that was making these, and we get to see Zipp's cutie mark, so we get to see what his cutie mark looks like now. And it is a lightning bolt with a crown on top. And of course, we already know that Pipp has a little bit of a crown type thing going on with her cutie mark as well, which does indeed fall into the whole thing of like, yeah, they're definitely royalty. And I'm not sure what to make of his like lightning bolts, you know, thing here. I never really understood the lightning bolts cutie mark for, you know, Rainbow Dash either, because it was sort of like she got it because she was fast, and then it was also like, but she also got it because she was loyal, but also not. And it was a weird, confusing thing, and it's really hard to justify what a lightning bolt means. I imagine they're going to do something similar to how they did with Rainbow Dash, and it's going to be like, oh, this is their loyalty and their speed and stuff like that, and that's what it signifies probably. It's probably something dumb like that and unoriginal, I guess you could say. But it does seem that we are getting a main 6. I really didn't think we were going to get a main 6 for Generation 5, and I was honestly hoping we wouldn't get a main 6. I'm going to be honest. I was really hoping we would get, a couple or a few, maybe like 3 or 4 characters, and then, they meet other characters along the way, and they're like recurring characters, but they're not part of like the main cast or something like that. I was really kind of looking forward to see what they would do with a smaller cast, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. We obviously have these 4 characters here: Pipp, Scootaloo clone, Zipp, and then we have Izzy. And then we have Hitch Trailblazer as well. Those are the 5 characters that we have so far. There's rumors that the 6th character is going to be a Big Mac clone, basically, but only time will tell. I really hope not, because I hate Big Mac, but this is what we have so far. I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with this. Are they going to do like an Elements of Harmony thing again, where like one of them is the element of loyalty, one of them is the element of, generosity, and the other one's the element of magic and this and that, or whatever like that. I'm very curious if they're going to do something like that, but it seems like, they're getting a main 6, so maybe we will have some kind of weird elemental loyalty or elemental harmony thing or something like that. But this is the news that we have so far. Here's this image again, and here's this image again, and this image again, and this one, and things like that. So I do hope that you enjoyed. This is all we have so far. If you want to see more, if you guys want to hear more, if you guys want to stay up to date on all these leaks and all these things that are being confirmed and stuff like that for the movie coming later September, by the way, and everything else about the series later on, different things like that. If you guys want to stay up to date on My Little Pony Generation 5 movie, series, anything like that, please do subscribe and stuff like that, because I am going to be making more videos like this as more information comes out. And when the movie finally comes out, I'll be doing all kinds of weird things with that movie for a video and stuff. So I do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share, and do all of those wonderful things like that, because when you do those wonderful things, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become one for yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.